If it's Monday, it's time for the Rescreened LLC Late Model Tour. This week, we're coming to you live from the old Phoenix here out in Arizona. It's the one with the dog leg, or before they switched the track around, right? So it's the classic uh, front stretch and in the grass and dog legs. We're pretty excited about this one, and yeah, this is Johnny Rapp and Justin Wilson in this Slingshot Racing Media booth once again. And yeah, Justin, so this is going to be a little bit unique tonight because we don't normally run a track this big and outside of the road, but yeah, what kind of unique challenges going to our drivers tonight?
Well, for one, you nailed it right on the head, right? I mean, we don't run tracks, a mile long in our late model series here tonight. Or is this a mile and a half? I can't remember. Either way, it is a huge track for these late models. Don't get me wrong, the racing is going to be good, but I'm telling you, the main thing that these drivers are going to have to look out for is tire management, because the high speed that they're carrying into these corners, they're going to start burning that right front up. Keep in mind, just like our other series, we're not going to have a change of tires, so they're going to have to be mindful and keep track of the tire, as well as from what we've seen in practice, these guys are hanging that rear end out quite a bit and getting a little loose. So tires.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's sure to be a good one. It's definitely a fairly hot track. I think yeah, so right now it's already going up over 10 degrees since the session opened, so 108-degree track temp. And that's not very hot, but it's hot enough to really melt that right front. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that.
We're going to be covering a lot more ground than our typical little half miles that we run too. I mean, 80 laps compared to what we do at 100 laps at a short track. So it's going to be a pretty long endurance race. Probably shouldn't see so many crashes, that we're used to, but but it's still going to be a very long race for these drivers.
Yeah, hey, well, never say never. These cars, they're beat and bang, and that's just what they're going to do. But yeah, it looks like qualifying's getting rolling here, so try to tune in on some of these guys.
Oh, wow. We got qualifying going on too. And I'm sure we'll start getting into it a little bit of a pre-race. We got to talk about these point standings, Johnny.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We can pull that up because the battle is tight. And after the pro course last week and very unfortunate time that Jake Grout had, we ended up with a tie for the points. Al Terzak was able to, I think he finished second or third last week, and that was just enough to bring him up. And with only a couple races left, the heat is on.
Oh, 100%. And then not only that, is the battle for the third place in points has tightened up too between Levi and Aiden. So yeah, this is getting pretty tight. The battle, the fact that we go into this race from the previous race tied in points with only 4 races remaining, it's going to show that the rest of the season is going to be pretty wild. And we already see in this race, right, these guys are already top of the boards in practice, both of these guys. So the race is definitely on for this championship.
Absolutely. Yeah, and even a little further back, I mean, you look at 6th through 8th there, 7.8 points between them. Yeah, there's still a lot of spots up for grabs, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting show to the end of the season.
Yeah, we also got a tie for 8th place back here for points as well. So got a lot of ties here.
Yeah. I think you're in a 3-way tie for the Wednesday. Dude, it's the week of ties.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, I don't even pay attention to Wednesday anymore. I just show face at this point. Well, most of our drivers have put a qualifying time down. It looks like Ryan Phillips right now, top of the boards. No, they're going to finish that way. So Ryan Phillips is actually going to win the pole for tonight's race. And I mean, no surprise right there in second with Kyle Terzak. Dylan Potts showing strength, and Drake for some reason. Jake Grout running out fourth. William Cameron, kind of surprised when that number 48 machine could qualified in the fifth position there. So we're lining up for our first heat race for the night. 10 laps.
That we are, yeah. As you said, starting up front, Ryan Phillips in number 27. Dylan Potts starting P2. William Cameron third. Kristen Mayhew fourth. And James Barker, 28, starting fifth with David Hill on his outside. James Danforth starting seventh. Levi Cox starting eighth. Then we have Aiden East and Tom Lecker, 9th and 10th. And it looks like Cam Chillins going to be rounding out the field for heat race number 1.
Yeah, 11 cars in this heat race. Got 11 cars in both heat races tonight. So pretty even 22 in the field. So kind of a big field tonight for this Phoenix race. So we're curious to see how this heat race goes. Can I set us up for what's going to happen in the second one? And kind of what's going to happen in the feature. But I've seen these guys get through some practice with these quarter tires. So keep an eye here. I'm sure those guys in the second stand are watching hard on how they're going to pass. And kind of draft, I guess, Johnny. I don't know if draft's going to take effect in late models, but I mean, these are some really long straightaways.
Yeah, I would say if there's a place for it to happen, this is the place, right? We'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm sure it will affect it a little bit. How much, who knows, but yeah, definitely something we need to keep an eye on.
Well, unlike our other tracks, we're only going to have one pace lap this time, so we're going to be going green this time by. So these drivers better buckle up tight. Ryan Phillips is giving the pace truck quite a bit of a gap there, so the pace truck's going to be dipping off here. And keep in mind, this is the older Phoenix, so the straightaway is technically on what is now the back straightaway. So they're lining up. The light green flag is out. Ryan Phillips gets a good jump in. Get it back separated. William Cameron's already looking underneath Dylan Potts going into one.
Put her down for second place. Three wide contact.
Oh man, he thought Tristan definitely thought better than that. But I'm gonna tell you what, Johnny, we didn't catch this in qualifying right when we started qualifying.
Yeah, definitely not where we're used to seeing it go, but fast enough to call 24 here, but
little hiccup there that David Hill had. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's gonna be patient right behind. I mean, this heat race is 10 laps, so it's a pretty long heat race considering these other tracks that we've been to. But right now, we're just going to
yeah, definitely good to see for Ryan getting that thing right up.
Yeah, but this is just a heat race, man. You got to survive the heat race. Pretty much some troubles to the first seat. Just not getting in position to finish it. These guys are, it's hard to really see it all. These guys are really doing something there. Just like that. Just a little bit lesser banking than what's in 1 and 2. You see those guys are kind of running that outer line, just kind of get sideways and kind of force their way on the inside. probably running through their mind right now in every spot.
They're kind of single file out now, though. A few laps, so it's nice to see a lot of action. Yeah, right now we're talking about
Yeah, we say that. I mean, we're 7 laps in, about to hit 8. And in reality, he's only picked up 3 spots from the beginning of this race. So we're definitely seeing that passing is kind of difficult here because pretty much everyone's in the same order, almost where we started. Minus Ada Nice and Levi Cox. So passing may be pretty difficult tonight.
Yeah, it's one thing with these cars, even at the short tracks, like they're just they have so much grip that getting into the corner, it's not really much you can do because everybody has the same, setup in the car. And I think that's kind of amplified here with the longer track. Can't really set up a pass.
But if anything, like Woodsboro kind of taught us with the longer race, the tire wear is going to really play an effect. So I think too, once this race progresses on past halfway, you'll probably really see the tire wear is really going to play an effect that these guys are able to get more corner speed out of their cars for those who save the tire. That's really where it's going to be at. The straightaways or whatever, right? The corners are where you're making money.
Absolutely. Yeah, and with that said, coming down the backstretch, Ryan Phillips heads in 3 and 4 to play heat race number 1, right? So he's going to have excellent track position for the start of the feature. Really good run here. Nice, clean race.
Yeah, the checker's definitely away for him. But I'm going to tell you, too, William Cameron, James Barker up there finishing 2nd and 3rd. Those guys are in some prime seating. Probably haven't. These are kind of those 2 drivers we talk about. Not really getting the finishes, showing off what they've really done this year. So getting that good starting spot for this feature is going to really pay off for those guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, so what's going on here? Okay, yeah, there we go. Setting up the grid for heat race number 2, we have Kyle Terzak starting 1st. Jake Kraut, 2nd. Those guys are tied at the hip everywhere they go. Chris French and Devin Jack in 4th. Ryan Rose in 5th. Benson Weaver in 6th. Jake Mackey 7th. Robert Ropes in 8th. We have Garrett Lane, Thomas Bergeron, and rounding out the field is going to be Dade Brzezinski.
I'm going to tell you one thing, Johnny. Look at the top 4 in this lineup right now. Everybody who's been 1, 2, or has won a race this season, right? You got Jake Kraut, Kyle Terzak, Devin Jack, our last week's winner, and Chris French right there up there in the mix, who's been getting really good finishes this season as well. This heat race is probably what we're going to see in the feature tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, and hey, if I had to guess, these guys are going to be under a blanket all night. You could throw Levi Cox into that mix as well. But.
Oh yeah, I mean they've been nose to tail all season, right? Nobody's really pulled away and just gapped the field, right? These guys have been just under a blanket all race or all season.
Yeah.
So we got a driver. I don't know if this is his first start of the season or a second, but Ryan Rose made it here tonight in that 78 machine. He'll be rolling off 5th place in the heat race.
Yeah, I believe it's his 2nd start. I think, man, I don't remember what track he ran at. Might have been South Boston. I could be wrong.
A part-timer.
Yeah, always fun to see Ryan show up, though.
Pace truck has dipped off, and we're under green for heat race number 2. Kyle Terzak, Jake Rouse, great launch from both lanes here. Kind of curious to see how turn 1's going to go on that outside line. Definitely seems like that outside does not get the restart that they anticipate. So, good to know for the future of these guys. Oh, Devin Jack and Chris French contact. Devin Jack's in the wall. He's able to keep it going. Chris French is still sideways in front of him, but he gets it collected. I'm not sure what happened there, but that was a little bit of contact going into 3, and both drivers on the wall.
Yeah, a lot of right front damage for Devin. And yeah, I was about to say it right before that happened, but yeah, on that first lap there, we saw Jake Kraut just sawing at the wheel. It looked like that car was evil, but
definitely probably trying to give it all it's got for his 10 laps, right? They get to change tires after the heat race, so use them while you got them. Devin Jack trying to make some room back up, but he's falling back from that damage on that right front.
yeah, it definitely doesn't look good. And hey, I mean, Devin won last week at the road course. He also just won the street stock race just a few minutes ago, and in a epic battle on the last lap with Braxton Louise and Levi Cox. But
yeah, it's definitely no fun. It shows a lot of frustration out of that. But keep in mind too, right? It's a long race. Oh Lord.
are you
Bear with
okay?
me there. Yeah, I'm okay. My entire headset just completely fell off the desk. I was about to say, Devin just got passed for last place back there, so he's going to have a long road ahead of him for this feature tonight. But they'll get that car fixed up. And, I mean, Devin's shown speed all season, so I'm sure he'll be able to recover just fine. Don't worry, we're all fixed up.
It's all good. Back through the field here a little bit. Jake Mackey making that pass on Benson Weaver for 5th.
That opened the door for Robert Ropes, who just throws his nose in there with a little bit of contact. I'm telling you, that's probably going to be the only way you're going to try to pass him in tonight's race. You have to, take advantage of those situations while they come.
Yeah, it's going to be just as long as you can go without getting out of the gas, and that includes cutting the track as much as possible, I think. I think we're going to start to see a lot of that in the future. But
last 2 laps, the fastest driver on the track is that number 15 machine, Kyle Terzak. Still running 30.0s while the rest of the field is running, 31s. You got a few 30.0s, but none as fast as that 15 machine. Right now, the battle's kind of on for second place between Jake Kraut. Ryan Rose has been slowly reeling him in along with Chris French. We have a little battle on our hands here with about 3 to go.
yeah, definitely Ryan Rose showing some speed here. I know he doesn't do these often, but yeah, that's good to see. You're up there battling with Jake and Chris. You're definitely not
One thing we are seeing, kind of looking through races, kind of 2 different lines that these drivers are running. You got those who kind of enter low, and then those kind of enter mid corner, and then bringing it back low, kind of like what Ryan Rose is doing. He enters a little bit higher than what Jake Kraut does, and then he's able to bring it down and get the run off the bottom of the corner. I think that line that Ryan Rose is running is kind of that preferred line, because Kyle Terzak's doing the same thing there. You can just see how much he's gaining on Jake Kraut here, coming away from him.
Yep. I think if he gets another run out of 2 like he did last time, he might have a chance for second place here, but doesn't look like he's quite going to be close enough. Oh, we've got a car around the back. Benson Weaver.
We'll definitely have to go back and take a look at that. Ryan Rose is trying to look like he's under attack with Chris French back in second. But Kyle Terzak's going to come off turn 4 to win heat race number 2. So he's going to get that optimal starting spot on that outside line. And pretty much how we started this race is how we finished it, minus Devin Jack. Yeah, our biggest mover was Ryan Rose from 5th to 3rd. So, yeah, passing is definitely going to be a topic tonight.
go back just a little bit further. Oh, I but
All right.
yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know. I think
Got
Benson
time
might
to
have
go
had a
back and
little
look.
help there. But let me get back. So, do it.
I like the nice rewind.
Yeah.
Oh, looked like he got some help there by the 5 machine. A little bit of contact there from Robert Robes. Benson Weaver kind of checked up the center of the corner, and Robert was wide open trying to get that run and made a little bit of contact with him.
Yeah, let's see if there's maybe some payback in the future here from that one. But yeah, I think that's going to set us up perfectly to go into our national anthem for tonight and get ready for the main event. See you on the other side. And we are back. Perfect timing, right at the end of the warm-up here. Yeah, I think we've seen some pretty exciting racing so far. It's, yeah, I mean, it's gotten a little spread out, but still, I mean, that first heat, seeing some of that 2 and 3 wide action. I hope we see a lot of that in the future.
Yeah, definitely depend on restarts, I think, Johnny. I think the restarts are going to be key. These drivers probably seen that it's hard to pass during under greens, so these restarts are going to be critical. So we'll probably see some wild action on these restarts.
Yep, I'm definitely anticipating it. And yeah, with that said, I think it's time to go over our grid here.
Yeah, and I'll kick it off for you, Johnny. Well, I'm going to tell you what, starting pole tonight, Ryan Phillips won heat race number 1. Kyle Tierzak starting second outside row. Winner of heat race number 2, William Cameron, going to be rolling off third with Jake Grout on his outside in fourth. James Barker 5th. Ryan Rose 6th. Aiden Eason, number 24 machine, rolling off 7th. Chris French on his outside in 8th. I don't want to get too far ahead here, but Levi Cox will be rolling off 9th, and Jake Monkey in 10th.
Yep, starting at 11th. Kristen Mayhew in the number 6 and 4, followed by Robert Brook, 5. Dylan Fox starting 13th, number 2, Eric Lane in the 8th, 14th. 15th will be David Hill in the 43, Dave Brewski, 6th. James Danforth and Thomas Bergeron, 17th and 18th. Looks like we have Tom Leckert, Benson Weaver, Cam Jones, and rounding out the field is going to be last week's winner, Devin.
Yeah, some things to mention too. We have 3 EOL penalties for tonight, as we talked about all season, where we kind of have like an incident point system. But James Barker I forgot about it. It had a great qualifying starting spot, but it's going to get an AOL penalty. David Hill in the 43 machine and Dave Krajewski in the number 6. So they got a good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than last week when we had, I think, 7 total. But
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of the least amount we've had in a while. But that being said, we only get 1 lap here under pacing, so pace truck is off. We're about to go green for 80 laps here at Phoenix. Waiting on the start, and they're off. Ryan Phillips is the that outside side. There will turn 1, so let's see what Terzak does. Yeah, he's just going to dip right in line.
yeah, a little surprising that second row just did not go, both the high and low lanes. Yeah, William Cameron, hey, he still picked up some momentum here. He's put a little heat on the 15.
Yeah, we've seen some speed out of that 48 machine this season, depending on what style of track it was, but they're going to need some tackling now. Like I said, these restarts are going to be critical to attack. But we got a 3-wide situation here. It's way up bottom. It looked like Jake Rout. Not sure what happened there. Just completely missed the turn. He's already fallen all the way back here. 10, outside 10, 11. He's falling back hard.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see right at the beginning of this race. We'll see how hard it is to pass. Definitely going to be a tough show for Jake Rout.
But keep in mind too, right? We've seen this with the 15 machine at North Wilkesboro, right? He may be on some tires.
Yeah, that is entirely possible. Yeah, we saw last week Terzak was kind of right around, what about like 8th, 9th, 10th, and then, well, I guess it wasn't last week, week before, but yeah, and then pile it on right at the end, and yeah, so maybe that's going through Jake's mind a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably the difference going on. You got to put some meter back there as well. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. But right now, I'm hearing some concerns on the radio chat about fuel for this race. This past might not have enough fuel yet tonight, so they're going to have to work on some fuel conserving as well.
Well, that would certainly make it interesting, right? We try to set these up where, no pit stops unless you have damage, right? But, hey, that could be a huge shakeup. Maybe that's what the C49 doing.
It says we can't go down pit road for some fuel. Just can't change tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there's any stopping the refuel. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Maybe some people are doing some fuel strategy. You never know. But while we're on the way, we got some guys in the chat. Mike from Phoenix College, cheering on Chris French. Also looking at Jake and some of the Matthew or Drought. But both of them right now are 17 and 18. Let's go, Aiden. And Connor Lyons joining the chat as he does every week, saying what's up, everyone.
Oh! Big truck. Hans Bergeron? They're still door banging back here. Hey, Jason down almost in the grass.
Yeah, this is definitely. These guys are just swapping paint back and forth here. And he throws it in there and almost hits him again. So
We're going to have to
they pretty much
take a look at that one. That was almost a huge moment for Bergeron. See it there, just sideways.
Yeah, looked like he got he had contact there from that 6 machine, and then ended up using the 6 machine to get him straightened back out.
And 3 wide with Cam Gillens here, and end up hitting each other again. Definitely could have been worse. They did suffer some damage. I don't know if it's from that or something else.
Yeah, we gotta be mindful of the damage. I mean, we seen Devin Jack have just a little bit of damage, and it really affected the performance of his car. So I think, you know, unlike what we've seen at these short tracks, you may have to try and keep all these fenders on these things, maybe for aero purposes.
It's very true. Definitely not not used to going this fast in these cars, I guess. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not seeing speeds like we are tonight. I mean, these guys are going off the turn like 3 here, almost 140 miles an hour. So these guys are a lot faster than we see on short tracks. But as you can see here on the screen here, man, this gaggle of cars is starting to stack up.
Yeah, it looks like everybody behind Levi Cox here is under a blanket. This is Derek Payne, Roberta Benson Weaver. And,
yeah. Well, definitely, you know, that definitely might look like Benson put the door on Garrett, but that was only because Garrett gave him a shot and moved him up the track. Which, again, I mean, passing here is so difficult. It's almost what you have to do to pass. Maybe a little too early to be doing it, but not for Garrett Lane. He's making his way to the front.
Yep.
It's good to see Devin Jack back here in front of the machine. He's at the tail end of this. Oh, with contact with Vincent Weaver. Yeah, he's made his way starting dead last. He's up to 14th. Actually 13th. He's passing Vincent Weaver for 13th place.
Yep, Benson, he started pretty far back too. So both of these guys have kind of worked their way through the field. We'll see if maybe they're abusing their tires and they might be falling off a little bit here. I don't know. Pretty early still.
Tire strategy, fuel strategy, we got them all here. The battle right now there's a battle for second place. Aiden East looking under William Cameron. He's also right there behind Ryan Phillips as well. Aiden East is looking to try and take an early commanding lead here if he can get by William. He's going to attack Ryan.
Yeah, we see William tag the wall a little bit. I think he's going to back out, see that position for now. Maybe just pull his stuff down. But yeah, Aiden East definitely he's getting after it right now. I think we're going to see a battle for the lead here.
Yeah, it's great to see some of the strategies we're seeing because you got the leaders who are kind of racing it out with Aiden East, Ryan Phillips up here running low 30s. Who are conserving tires, conserving fuel. They're running almost in the 31 range. And you can see that they're slowly falling off the back. But two different strategies here tonight. We got some who probably think we're going to have an early yellow, you know, or fuel's not going to be an issue. Something.
Yeah, I mean, so far, I know I'm going to jinx it, but it's definitely giving me the vibes of a green race.
Yeah, I mean, you got a wide track, right? You know, plenty of room. You know, everyone's kind of running the same speed, so we're all seeing the follow. Plus, too, right now, Johnny, everyone's giving a lot, right? There's no really tape. Someone's going to run or they're on a different strategy. They're kind of just letting them go. So I'm sure that'll amplify towards the end of this race. But right now, we're seeing a lot of, you know, courtesy out of these drivers.
Yep, well, I'll tell you, one driver that it is taking is Aiden East, as he just takes the lead from Ryan Phillips there. We saw he did that kind of timing line in the corner. He kind of washed up a little bit in the middle and then got the run underneath and was able to take advantage. That's for the lead.
Yeah, right now he is the fastest driver on the track. We're still running low 30s. Oh my goodness, just caught it. I just see back here Cam Gillens. We're just completely up in the marbles in 3 and 4. It pretty much drifted the entirety of 3 and 4. It was able to keep it straight. Man, it was way up there.
See if we can get a shot of it here. See him back here right behind Big Kraut. Yeah, he just gets in there way too high. And
look at him just drifting the entire corner there. some holding on to that thing. A real man move right there, but currently is back in the 21st position now from that little slip up. So trying to get his bearings straight. So we do see a lot of drivers back here. Jake Rout's currently 19th. Chris French kind of on that same strategy that Jake's doing. He's back here to 16th, actually getting passed by Bergeron right now for 16th. So these guys right now are almost half of the track right now behind our leaders of Abe Nice, because Abe Nice right now is going through the dog leg. Well, these guys are just hitting the third one.
Yeah, definitely making me think they're staying cool. I don't see Kraut, French as far back very often.
Well, if you're comparing, like I said, comparing lap times too, right? Chris French and Jake Rout's last, well, Chris French's last lap was a 31.4, and Jake Rout's was a 30.6, but the leaders right now are running 30.0s and 30.1. So yeah, they're running almost a half a second slower. There's definitely some fuel conserving going on. This old contact with Jake Kraut and Bergeron there, that was close. They keep it going straight. Not sure if Bergeron knew that Jake Kraut was there.
I think might have just been pleased he was clear of Chris French for a moment.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, yeah, right now we see he's got brake train, the whole field's trying. Let's have a little bit of damage on the right front. If we put a different angle. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit. See that right front tire sticking out. But
that's happening that we see at every single race. Kyle Terzak and Levi Cox in that 54 machine. They are side by side right now. They've been swapping positions here for the last couple laps. Looks like one of them disappeared here. This Levi disappeared on the outside, but he's back now. But they're still side by side coming off 4.
Well, it's bad timing for me because when he disappeared. But
Lenore did the same for me. So Levi's going to back out of it, and then a little bit of connectivity issues. Man on the move right now, Devin Jack. Passing Levi now for just on dead last, and we've been green this entire time.
Yeah, strong run from Devin. And another one I want to mention is Albert Brooks, who's up to 4th place and trying to hunt down Ryan Phillips for 3rd, but long way, about 2.5 seconds between the two of them.
Shout outs too, right? James Barker, another one who had the EOL penalty at the beginning of this race. Charlie Last is up here as well, battling for 7th and 8th position. He's getting a run on Kyle Terzak, but he's also loose. Dips in the line, and now you look to the outside.
Yeah, we'll see if he can make that line work. We've seen a few people get freight train getting up there, but so far so good for the 28.
Yeah, he cleared. Kyle Terzak on the outside there. Good pass. Oh, contact in the back. Yeah, we've seen it together there. Tom Lickard got a little bit of help from Garrett Lane there in the middle of 3. It's not the first time tonight we've seen that 8 car use that front bumper. They were able to keep it going straight. And now Garrett Lane's under attack by Dylan Potts. He's got no choice but to let it go.
Yeah, he got up a little too high up in the marbles. Let's go look at
Well, I don't know if we caught it. We had a change for the lead. William Cameron in the number 48 machine now taking the lead from Aiden Neese. And it's starting to slowly pull away here.
Yeah, we saw his speed in the heat. And, I guess also able to carry that over to a longer run here as well. But see, Ryan Phillips, he's still up there in the top 3. But, yeah, William Cameron's definitely putting some heaters down right now.
Yeah, he's got Aiden. He's kind of in his toe, but definitely had to go back and take a look. So it looks like Aiden realized that crew's probably telling him we ain't got enough fuel. Kind of let Cameron go. Kind of falling behind and save some fuel a little bit. I say that, but it is really good. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe trying to use the draft, right? You know, is it like Daytona? You can run part throttle behind him.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
it's possible.
Tell you what, though, we just said it a few laps ago. Robert Probst, he was 2.5 seconds back. Now he's only 1 second back, and yeah, he is flying right now. I don't know if these guys up front are saving, or if Robert maybe saved some tire and putting it to good use now.
I can almost assure you these drivers are not saving fuel because the last lap, William Cameron hit his fastest lap as well as Aiden East in the 29s. I mean, we're talking qualifying.
Yeah.
Probably little lesser fuel, but these guys are still hitting some extremely fast lap times. But we are 31 laps in this race. Everyone is currently still on the lead lap. The only one kind of at risk of going a lap down is David Hill, who's on the same straightaway right now as the leaders, but is still running competitive lap times to what the leaders are running. David Hill is probably on his fuel conserve mode, but maybe on too much of a conserve mode. The battle for the lead is still on. That's William Cameron 8 and East. They're just swapping them back and forth, ain't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. It's Aiden got up there for about a lap now. Williams right back by for the lead. Great battle up here between these two.
Yeah, we had a little bit of issue back here with our points tied leader of Jake Trout and Thomas Berger on contact over turn one. They were able to keep it going straight, but that close call for both those drivers.
Go back to see if we can find out what happened. Just a little score here. Yeah, we see Thomas took that low line, and man, it looked like he throttled up there, man. Maybe telling Jake, like, hey, I'm here.
And keep in mind, this is a battle for 20th position right now. So these drivers' strategies are still in work right now. We're not even halfway through this race, keep in mind. So these guys are really concerned about these tires and these fuel right now. So it looks like two right now. William Cameron is just pulled away from Aiden East now, almost. He's 15 points now. Aiden's getting passed by Ryan Phillips and Robert Probst right now. Put Cameron in the lead by almost a second and a half, 2 seconds now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was maybe some contact or damage for Aiden, or I think they even might have realized putting those blistering laps down was turning up a little fuel.
Yeah, these drivers are definitely putting on some laps. It does look like Aiden is just realized that, hey, maybe we need to start saving. We're not halfway through this race yet. We're already concerned about fuel. So most likely what's going through that 24 machine's mind, and as he's falling back to fourth, and I mean, he's still running, still in the low 30s, 30.0s, still what 5/10 faster than what these guys back here, like Jake Crowder, running. And Jake is almost a good corner from being lapped down now, because he's just crossing the line now while our leader is actually coming off their pole.
And I'll tell you, saving fuel, saving tires, that works, but you have to be able to do that. Right? Like, getting that higher lap back, that's going to be hard to do. And again, if the other guys do have to fit for fuel, they're going to go at least a lap down. It's not more, but
yeah, and you do want to be cautious on the same too much, right? Because that will put you in bad spots where you can't make it up at the end. And these laps, what I thought would be a pretty long race, we're 2 laps away from halfway now, so these laps are
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just been a good race. We're used to seeing a lot of cautions and a lot of pacing, but it is wide track. Definitely giving these guys a little breathing room. I say that as second, third, and fourth are under a blanket right now, getting into turn one, but
Yeah, these guys were single file. They were actually reeling in that 48 machine. William Cameron, they kind of still are. But Robert Gross is looking for that second position. He's going to get it. He's going to tuck back in line. Yeah, his battle for second place is on right now. Well, he's still looking. Just barely dips his nose in there. But Ryan's going to close the door and take off to her floor.
yeah, it's one thing with this version of the track that I don't think you're going to see too much because of the grass, right? But that line in 3 and 4 on the new version, you can go all the way down to the inside wall, right? Cut back up right before pit road, and you can't really do that here.
No, this track definitely one of the big reconfigurations to what we know of now. Personally, I like this version better. I've always had success at this place on iRacing. Ever since we went to the newer style, I haven't quite figured that out.
Yeah, I mean, driving-wise, I don't think they're too different for me. Obviously, you can't cut the dog leg, but this is more visually pleasing for me. I like the grass, you know. They keep getting rid of grass everywhere, but...
You don't like all the concrete?
This looks like a park. Yeah, this looks like
It really
a nice
does.
facility.
Yeah, something about grass is just nice. Right? And then, like I said, I'm just waiting on the day to take rid of all the grass.
Oh, I'm sure it will happen. It's a shame, but yeah, I say to come crazy. You know, but maybe not the backstretch of Daytona, but here it is. Why not, right?
Well, we love the spectacular crashes, right? Well, back to the racing at hand here. So, I know we mentioned it just a little bit ago. Jake Rout back here still running 30.5s compared to the leader running 29 right now. So they're really gaining on Jake Rout here. I think Jake's strategy, like you mentioned, is either he's hoping everyone runs out of fuel or he's hoping for a caution.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with that many cars in front of me, there has to be somebody safe, right? Like, I wouldn't this far. I think he is back at the caution. Knowing how this race go, he might not be wrong there, but so far it's been very clean.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, battle of the track right now. We're seeing here for third place between Aiden Neese and Ryan Phillips. Ryan's just going to tuck back in line. I mean, we're talking like these strategies aren't going to work out. We still have 35 laps to go, which is still a long ways around this part of the track. But we've got a battle back here with Dylan Potts, Ryan Rose, Tearzak. 4 cars under a blanket here. And this is all about
A lot of these guys kind of battling it out all day so far, but no, Ryan Rose, I fell off. I can't talk much about him. I would imagine he's probably doing about the same thing as everybody else, trying to stay.
Yeah, he's pretty much been running with Kyle Tearzak. Him and Tearzak have been kind of running the same conservative strategy, not letting the leaders get too far away and yet be conservative on fuel. The only ones that have been in extreme conserve mode is David Hill, Jake Bergeron, Danforth. Those guys are called extreme conservative strategy because they're the ones that are close. But we got a battle for the lead. Right now, we got Robert Ropes looking under William Cameron. Aiden Easton party. Oh, looks like they get into the wall. they're able to straighten it back up. Everyone just kind of lifted to let them all collect it. That could have been deadly on the back straightaway there.
Yeah, that definitely could have been. One thing, you can kind of see it here. David Hill, we saw him, we talked about it probably about 10 minutes ago, like he was about to go the lap down, but he definitely picked the pace back up. He's kept just about the same gap in front of the leaders here. And he has caught up to Jake Brown.
Yeah, actually, we mentioned, probably because we mentioned his name, but yeah, he's hit low, sub-30 lap times, shooting those 29.9s right now consistently. And that 43 machine is actually pulling away from the leader.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe he figured it out, or maybe he got to his field number. Who knows? But yeah, David Hill definitely showing some speed. This battle is still on, though. Robert Probst setting it down on the inside. Not quite close enough to make anything happen just yet, but he's filling up Williams' mirror for sure.
Yeah, his opportunity kind of was there off turn 2 when William tagged the wall, but he was just too close to capitalize on it. And back up, spend another 4 or 5 laps, just gaining that momentum back. While the leaders in this little 4-car battle, there's actually like a little second pack for me with Tristan, Devin, and Levi Cox, and they're actually catching this group of 4. We're about to have a 7-car battle for the lead. Probably in the next 10 or so laps if they continue running like the other.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty amazing to see the comers and goers that we've had. We've had, I mean, a lot of these guys, they at one point, they were probably, about 4 or 5 seconds back, and they're really working their way back up to the front here.
Yeah, that second group's only 2 seconds behind the leader of William Cameron. I was watching this battle between Probst and really close to one another. See, it's right underneath it. Robert gives him the room, but yeah, Robert just kept nipping that nose and just barely touching Robert's left rear. While that was going on too, that second pack has actually started gaining even more on the leaders.
Yeah, we can see that ain't that far, Read the license plate of the 5. So he's close enough.
So check this out, Johnny. Actually, the fastest car on track was Tom Lickard in that 99 machine with a 29.776. He's gaining on Jake Maki and Vincent Weaver back here in 14th position. 29.7. That's almost faster than.
Yep, Tom's definitely figured it out. I don't know if I would be running high like that, but maybe he found something up there. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to make a move to the bottom of Jake Mackey here, going in the 1.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, man. I was watching William Cameron pass the lap car of Thomas Bergeron, and he almost hit him square going probably 10 mile an hour fast. I mean, just barely missed Bergeron going up to turn number 3. My heart jumped there watching that one. Yeah, you can see that just the gap that he had when he went off in the 3 here. Just,
oh, yes.
So close, so close. Probably not what William Cameron wanted to see, but probably thankful that Bergeron didn't move up and get out of the way for him.
Yep. Definitely a little bit of a scary moment there for William, but still able to hold on to the lead. He's actually put a little bit of distance between him and Aiden East. Not a whole lot, but yeah, Williams definitely pacing the field here, you know, showing what he has.
Yeah, and then we're seeing right here in front of him, Jake Rao, David Hill are actually starting to run lap times identical, if not faster, what the leaders are running, but still they're a dire lap behind these guys.
Yeah, we see this battle back here. Levi Cox and Devin Jack. They had a little bit of a moment there out of 4, but out of 2, I'm sorry. Why did they have to change this track?
It's one of them.
Yeah, Devin Jack gets up in the marbles, tags the wall a little bit. That's going to, I think that's going to do it. It's going to let Levi Cox probably clear him into the corner here for 6th place.
Yeah, Will Cameron's having some difficulties right now with these lap tracks. So Dave Grajewski decided to pit right in front of William, and William had to check up so he didn't run into the back of him, which allowed Aiden Neese to attack him for the lead as William Cameron in the wall. A little bit of contact between the two. They keep it going straight, but Aiden Neese put him to the point. P1. He clears him before going off into turn 3. Ryan Phillips is looking, and he tags Ryan. He tags William. Is he able to hold on to it? He's able to hold on to it. Man, what a save from that 48 machine. Ryan Phillips kind of just saw a little bit of a hole that may or may not have been there at the expensive 48 machine, but he's able to straighten it back up and keep it going. That was a hell of a save from that 48 machine. And I'm sure that's one pissed off driver right now.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be happy if I was William there, but here, try to get an onboard shot. Watch him wheeling this thing, man. Full lock to the right. Able to hold on to it. Great save.
And got up in there in the marbles too. So great save and lost only 2 positions in that altercation. Kind of attack that second.
Yeah, we can see Levi Cox. He's lit the wick, and looks like he's really getting after it now.
We got a crash on the back straightaway. Dave Krajewski's in the infield now. Not sure what happened there, but he's able to pull off the track. It looks like I think he blew a tire. I think he blew a tire going into turn 1.
Oh, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And probably just wasn't able to get it back on the pit. Kind of just got it out of everybody's way.
Yeah, so now if you're one of the guys that's been out here sending it and you see that, has to raise some concerns. Like, I think we actually already see it.
We got to spin on the back straightaway. Devin Jack backwards on the. He's in the infield as well. This was from some contact. Waiting on the yellow. Is they gonna throw one? No, I think race control is gonna allow him to spin around.
I think since he's so far down in the grass, but we got to go back and see what happened there.
Yeah, that was definitely, look, William Cameron. Trying to cut right in front of him, hits the wall. Devin had nowhere to go, and Tristan also nowhere to go. That was just, wrong place, wrong time for Devin Jack. And William got a little tight off of 2 there. I'm surprised on the no yellow, but we're still racing. We have 13 laps to go. Current leader right now, Aiden Neese, with a big advantage over Ryan Phillips. Levi Cox has made his way up to 3rd place after falling back. Well, starting 9th and kind of falling back, saving tires. Robert Roach still up to 4th, and William Cameron, after that kind of altercation there as well, is still P5.
Yeah, we can see that right front hit that ball. He did pretty good, and I was going to mention it earlier, it looks like right front of 27 also pretty beat up.
William Cameron's fighting that car right now as he's getting passed by Tristan Mayhew. 5th place, but definitely the handling in that 48 machine is gone in these closing laps of the race here. I figure with 11 laps to go, we should probably go through the field here a little bit, Johnny. Behind this group right here, James Barker, great recovery thus far, up to P7 for starting tail end EOL. Well, Kyle Tierzak was on that kind of tire saving strategy 10 laps to go. I don't think these guys have enough. He's currently running in 8th place after starting on the pole tonight. Well, outside pole tonight.
Yeah, definitely a long way to go, but yeah, he's still holding strong. Really not too far behind the pack here.
Well, I think in Jake's sake too, right, is, I mean, he's probably not upset where he's running right now, because if you look at where his competition and you know, guys battling for points right now, he's in 18th, almost being lapped by the leader of 8 innings. So,
yeah, definitely. Yep,
yeah,
so next one is Dylan Potts. Hey, you know, we are awful at this. We try, but we always cut each other off. It's okay. Dylan Potts running in 9th right now. Solid top 10 effort. And right behind him, Ryan Rose hanging on to the final top 10 position.
Yeah, Ryan Rose putting on a pretty good performance, but Jake Maki back here on 11th from that 13. Is he running the Mythic Metals machines? He is. Mythic Metals machine running 11th. Putting out some really competitive lap times for what the leaders are running. Probably on that saving strategy just didn't really play out right now. Well, we got a caution on the field. Who is that back on the back straightaway? James Barker hard into the wall. Looks like Kyle Tierzak involved, maybe? We've seen these drivers have beef this season already. I wouldn't be surprised to see what comes from this. Yeah, you can see here in 1 and 2, James has a pretty good lead. And man, Kyle just got a big run and probably didn't anticipate the speed difference between the two. And yeah, James Barker hard in the outside wall.
Yeah, it's definitely...
This is going to shake everything up, Johnny. So we got everyone on every type of strategy. I'm sure Jake Grout wanted to see this.
Yeah, Jake Grout. You know, that might be called on Tierzak, but it's still going to benefit him if he's been saving his tires enough, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Jake Grout probably has some of the better tires of the entire field, just how conservative he was driving that machine all race. Yeah, we're definitely going to wait on race control for that call to be made at the expense of Tierzak and Danforth. So we'll see what happens here, but I'm sure some drivers like Aiden Means from Phillips probably didn't want to see that go, because we were only 8 laps away from that checker flag.
Yeah, and man, if I had to guess, it's going to get crazy from here on out.
Yes, you're about to see the different strategies like we had talked about, but I still think that passing's still going to be pretty difficult because these drivers were still hitting extremely fast lap times, but there were a few drivers that were dipping into the 7s, 29 7s that is. So. Oh, and the call has been made of the 15 is going to the rear for the contact of the 28 machine.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, one person that loved to hear that is Jake Grout.
Oh,
is
man.
now his competition's right with right.
Yeah, this is definitely shaking up to be a crazy finish, because now these two drivers are going to be trying to gain as many positions as they can prior to or before the end of this race, because the separation they have now is going to determine how many points that advantage they have over each other going into the next race.
Yeah, And there is bonus points for winning the heat. I believe.
Oh, that is also true. Yeah.
And right now they would be 1 point apart. They could be 1 point.
Well, we're about to find out. Pace truck is off. We're gonna restart here with 4 laps to go. Aiden East has control of the start. He takes it. Ryan Phillips also gets a good run. So we also have a wreck on the back. David Hill, Kyle Tierzak gets into another incident here on the start. No yellow. We're still on for racing here.
Yeah, we can go back and try to take a look at that afterwards here. But Ryan Phillips able to get by Aiden East for the lead here. Levi Cox, man, he's making that high line work. He's got around from second.
Yeah, I'm shocked to see Aiden East lose so many spots in this restart. Ryan Phillips is just pulling away from the field right now. 3 laps to go, but we got a 3-wide battle back here in the back. Robert Brobes, William Cameron leading all straight out. Ryan Rose looking underneath Robert Brobes back here. This is a battle for 5th position.
Yeah, it's definitely chaos back here in pack. 3 wide,
Contact. Man, they're holding on to it. You can see the different strikers. We got a spin on the front straight with Dylan Potts hard in the wall. Caution is going to be out. Huge pile up on the front straight. Oh, we got a car up in the air. Ryan Tom Lickard, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, what a big pile up.
Wow.
And it looked like it all started with William Cameron making contact with Robert Brobst, but after that, everyone just piled in.
Yeah, massive crash here.
Whoa,
man, I guess that front straightaway is it's like an alleyway. And
yeah, we had, 2 cars go airborne in this wreck. You had Danforth leave all tires left ground. Dylan Potts, Tom Lickard, all those cars, all 4 tires left the ground in that crash.
I count about, what, 7, 8 cars involved in that one?
Yeah, easily, yes. 4 or 5. Yeah, we had... Yeah, 8. Yeah, 8 cars involved in that wreck. Yeah, you're right. Well, if you want to count William Cameron, he kind of did get out of it one time. Kyle Tierzak running damage from in that crash as well. He had nowhere to go. Massive crash.
I don't know. I'm looking at the order. Maybe it's because of the replay, but... Oh, yeah, there's a lot going on here. A lot to unpack.
Yeah, there definitely is. Well, while we're kind of unpacking things too, let's go back to that restart, Johnny, and see what happened with David Hill. David Hill was out of the race with a blown motor. This was on the initial start off of 4.
Yeah, let's see if we can pull it up. I'm trying. Bear with me.
Whoa. Give me a seizure, man.
We're going to have it right here. David Hill. Oh, we already missed.
Just rewind it. It's all good.
Yeah. High quality product here from Johnny Rep. But yeah, it looks like a checkout.
No, I don't think it was necessarily. There's a little bit of a checkup, but yeah, just it looked to me like, I don't know.
Frustrated too, being sent back for the caution before. So.
Well, Johnny, we're lining up double file now for a green-white checkered finish here. Did not expect us to go into overtime in this race by no means. So now fuel may be a concern for some of these guys. We're looking through the field here. We got Jake Rout back here in 9th, our points leader, with Kyle Tierzak in 11th, who's behind him, right behind him. The battle for the lead will be on. Ryan Phillips, Levi Cox, front row. Aiden East probably going to try and get some redemption off that last street start. He's going to line up 3rd. I feel like right now the outside is not the place to be, but we'll see how this all pans out.
All right, green flag is out. Ryan Phillips, really good start. But Levi Cox,
Okay.
he's got to run. He got that little cut down off the corner. What's that?
Killed my momentum.
I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure we were up and running because my phone froze.
It's all good, man. We're coming to the white flag now. Levi Cox and Ryan Phillips. Levi's looking. He's looking. Ryan throws the block going into one. Man, what a run.
He's
going
gonna
to
have
get that
one more shot.
Yeah, he's got that huge run. He's looking. Ryan's going to block like no tomorrow. Ryan Phillips looking to get the first win of the season. Can he hold him? Oh, man, he disappeared, but can he hold off Levi Cox for a long charge here on the front straightaway? And I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it as they come across the line. Ryan Phillips is going to win his first race of the season as we got a crash across the line for battle for third place. Tristan and Aiden East collect each other crossing the line, but Aiden's going to pull off the third place finish. We need to go back and look at where our leaders, our points leaders finished. Looks like they finished 8th and 10th. Yeah, that little bit of contact there. They were just battling for the lead, and Tristan thought if maybe I touched that left rear, maybe it'd slow him down enough, but it didn't. It killed Aiden. It definitely slowed him down, but not before he crossed the line.
No.
Man, that was an exciting battle there for that last lap between Levi Cox and Ryan Phillips. But Ryan Phillips getting the first win of the season. I'm sure he's excited for that after that strong performance that he had last week. And we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's definitely he's been knocking on the door the last couple weeks here. We're gonna go back and watch this last lap battle one more time, but yeah, we see a perfectly executed block there. Tries to force the 54 to the outside, and yeah, Levi just wasn't able to get that undercut on exit, and yeah, close battle. Great race between these two.
Yeah, and we were concerned about that 27's damage on that right front, but I'll tell you what, it definitely did not slow him down. Well, while we get everything kind of situated here, get our drivers together, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers tonight. Looks like we're all ready. If you're ready, Johnny, I'll pull in old Aiden.
Sure thing.
But
Aiden Neese.
yeah,
Man, that's definitely very unfortunate that that caution came out there, but excellent job still being able to hold on to that third place finish. How you feeling?
well, if y'all saw the wreck that happened after Owl, but no, I feel phenomenal. Finally got onto the podium, 4th place, I think 3 times in a row earlier, so that kind of been hurting me for a lot there. But to finally get 3rd place here, lead a couple laps, and I just need to save a little bit more fuel and tires and run.
Yeah, so that's one thing. I'm sure we're gonna ask all 3 of our podium finishers, but yeah, we saw a lot of uh, I guess it was tire management, but was it also fuel? How close were you coming down to the end there?
At the start, I was 0.8 missing, and then towards the end, I was about 5 to the good. I got to the point I was missing between a lap missing it, then to 3 laps making it the entire time until the caution came out. So he was getting close, a little too close, honestly.
A little too close for comfort, but yeah, I mean, you had the pace all night. We saw a lot of these guys really drop off to try to save, but you were able to stay up there, battle up into the top 3, and lead quite a few laps. I know, man, you had a lot of good battling with William and Ryan and Robert up there, man. Any moments stick out to you that you want to talk about?
None really. I mean, it was all very clean. It was just also really fun. Honestly, I wish the caution came out earlier when Ryan and William would have contacted each other because that would have, unfortunately, would have put Ryan to the end of the longest line. I think at that point would have gave me the win, but not really. I mean, every pass was kind of clean, and we're all just saving the entire time too. So I'll let someone by, and I'm pretty sure Ryan let me by a couple times.
Yeah, we saw, yeah, definitely a lot of that. We would see somebody kind of shoot up there, lead a few laps, then drop back, lose a spot or two, maybe cool the engines a little bit and get back up there. But yeah, man, definitely excited to see you up here on the podium, and yeah, definitely hate that caution came out because I think you would have had it. But yeah, before we let you go, man, you got anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs, friends, family at home watching?
Yeah, all my friends and family are watching right now. Finally got podium. They've been messing with me, asking when that was going to happen, especially my brothers. So it's happened. Not first, but we'll take third. Can't thank a Scratch Kitchen by Ghostface, Parkway Grading, and Justin Brooks for Mason's beautiful paint scheme.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, that's second place finisher Aiden Neese. Go celebrate with the team, man. I'm sure I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Well, yeah. Let's bring in Levi Cox. Levi Cox, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, strong performance tonight with a good result. Second place. I mean, it's not too shabby. I mean, you were right there with Ryan Phillips. Probably one more lap, you probably had him, but didn't quite have that. But I'm gonna tell you what, you ran pretty much the majority of your race back there, 7th to 10th. I mean, was that a part of this strategy tonight? Was kind of tires, fuel? I mean, we were kind of curious on the different strategies that we were seeing tonight.
Yeah, definitely was trying to save some tire. I don't really know. I don't know if I should have saved that long, that much, because it honestly didn't seem to be that big of a difference. I mean, I guess everybody was falling off pretty much equal. So, but yeah, about 30 or 40 laps into it, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. So, started picking them off slowly. It was really hard to pass, so really had to set. I thought it was going to be whenever we first started. It showed 80.1 laps left, but then 10 laps in, just saving tire and all that, we had plenty of fuel after that.
Well, man, I'm gonna turn the mic over to you for anybody you'd like to thank for your second place finish tonight.
All right, well, I'd like to thank Spark Racing League for putting on this league and all the admins. Evan Pianto Designs, Pocket Crew Chief, all sponsors that make this possible, and Cody Glenn Cox on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Go check him out and give him a like and tell him that you've seen him here.
Oh man, congratulations! Never
Sorry, gotta
mind.
cut you off. Yeah, hey, me and our race controller went back and we listened to some of the Cody Glenn Cox. Pretty good stuff, man. Some country vibes, old school country vibes. Like it.
Well, thank you. He's definitely took some inspiration from the old Wayland days and writes a lot of his own stuff. Landline's a pretty special one to the both of us. He wrote it about our dad, passed away about 13 years ago, so that one hits home, but anybody who's lost a family member can relate to that one.
Definitely, anybody hasn't, go check it out. Stuff.
Thank you for that, Johnny.
I'm definitely gonna check that out because I like some good old country like that.
Well, appreciate you guys.
Again, Levi, congratulations on the second place. I'm sure it's not what you wanted, but congratulations nonetheless. Go celebrate with the team, man.
Thank y'all very much.
Well, Johnny, are you ready? I know this is going to be a good interview. I know it is.
Ready as I'll ever be. Ryan Phillips, finally able to get it done, man, after the last few weeks up here battling for the lead, really strong runs in just very unfortunate situations, man. How does it feel to finally bring home a win?
Man, this feels good. This is my first Spark win, so I'm pretty happy with that. It seems like every time I'm leading, something bad happens. So really happy to come away with the win here. So yeah, thanks to Levi for running me clean. Aiden, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely a incredible race from you guys all night. You know, we saw, we were talking with Aiden about it. Like a lot of these guys dropped off and really were saving their tires and maybe saving some gas. But we saw you up front battling in the podium positions all night long. Was any of that kind of crossing your mind? How close were you on fuel? How was the tires afterwards? You know?
Yeah, I was watching my fuel. If you ran hard there for a minute, it'd go down quite a bit. But there for the whole first, I don't know, 50 laps, I was letting off way before the corner. So I was saving pretty good, keeping my tires underneath me. And I was hoping it would go green all the way, but I guess this worked out just the same because everybody gets back there in calamity areas and trying to save tires, but my tires never felt like they were falling off, so I just kind of kept doing what I was doing, I guess.
Yeah, well, hey, that's good, man. You got to take us through those that last restart and kind of what's going through your mind because man, you really had to defend against Levi Cox there at the end.
Yeah, both those last two restarts were pretty chaotic there. We almost got wadded up off of the restart before. I just sent it wide open all the way around, try to get the lead. And then Levi just did a good job of not getting into me. He could have roughed me up a little bit there, and he did a good job and stayed off me. And I just knew if I kept the inside there, it'd be hard for him to beat me around the outside. So.
Well, I'll tell you, you played it just perfectly. Yeah, we saw those defensive lines going in, and really the only way to get around that is to just move the guy out of the way. And
yeah, I appreciate him.
Respect. Yeah.
Appreciate him not just dumping me there.
Yeah, it was very exciting to watch, though. And yeah, once again, congratulations. Anybody you want to thank, shout out, teammates, friends, family, sponsors. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Thanks to Spark Racing for everything you guys do. You guys got a hard gig going here, and everything's running pretty damn smooth. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate the broadcast. You guys are doing better and better every week. So appreciate that. Other than that, I'd like to thank Big Fast Racing, all my boys over there. We're getting ready for some endurance racing here soon. Overcut Sim Endurance Planner, Mythic Metals, Steel Graphic and Designs, Duncan Water Systems. Justin Brooks for painting my car. I think it's sexy as hell. So, yeah, that's all I got, man. Thanks, Johnny.
Hey, man, I'll tell you, it's first winter interview, but you got the sponsor plugs down, man, and we appreciate the kind words.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Right on, man. Go celebrate with the team. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
10-4.
Right, that was race winner tonight, Ryan Phillips. Man, we had a lot of action, a lot of stuff to maybe go through here, you know. From long green runs, single file, you know, and fuel savings, tire savings, to the chaos at the end with those couple crashes. And man, that was a fun one.
Yeah, we definitely, there was some stuff that we missed as well. There was another crash on the last lap that we missed, which happened between both our points leaders, Jake Maki and William Cameron, all tangled up off turn 4 on the last lap, and pretty much all crashed across the line.
I don't think we're too far from it here. We can maybe go back and try to get a look at it, right? See William Cameron, Jake Mackey, Jake Routs were right behind them.
That kind of all started outside. I don't know if 15 got into him or not, but man, they all somehow Kyle Turzak ended up on pit road without actually driving on the pit road. So I hopped right over the fence. But yeah, some some crazy racing that we see. Mentioned, right? We had a feeling it was going to be pretty smooth sailing for the majority of this race, but the end sure up on the excitement level. These guys on the 3 to 4 different strategies that we saw tonight, and all of them collide with a green white checkered. So good race, great race overall, right? So first time winner this season, first time winner in the series, right? I mean, his first win ever, I think, right? Is that what he said, Ryan Phillips? So I'm sure he's gonna be celebrating this one for a while. I mean, he dominated too. Keep in mind, he did start on pole tonight as well. So started first, finished first, and you can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, definitely. Man, good run from him, man. Definitely good to see. Like I said, man, I felt so bad, especially last week with the and he hit that tire, and it was awful. But,
well, and there's been other races where he's leading too. Remember him and Aiden East getting together. I think it was North Wilkesboro, right? Crashed for the lead. So Ryan Phillips has shown speed all season, and finally, 7 races into the season, it paid off and brought home the win.
Yep. Yeah, so man, I'm trying to get this camera to work, but I guess we'll just go with what we got here. Yeah, that brings us to our race results for tonight. We'll go through them one more time here. Obviously, Ryan Phillips bringing it home P1, as he just said. Started from the pole. Definitely, man, he had to work for it, man. He dropped back there for a little bit. He had a little right front damage. Got up there and finally pulled it off. Levi Cox with that amazing battle coming to the checkered flag. Second place. Aiden East, third. And, man, kind of snuck in there. Tristan Mayhew, he ran up front all night in the top 10. But, yeah, not a guy that we talked too much about. He I think he's only ran the last few races, but really strong run tonight. Same goes for Ryan Rhodes in 5th and James Barker in 6th.
Yeah, James Barker was a good recovery. Keep in mind, remember, he crashed with Kyle Terzak off of turn 2 and was able to come home and bring home a top 6, which was a great recovery from that guy. That team, Lord. Sorry, James. William Cameron started up front, ran up front for many laps. Was going to bring home 7th. Jake Grout, 8th after that, wild strategy that we've seen from him. Biggest mover of the night. Benson Weaver started 20th and finished 9th. At 11th for some reason. And then Kyle Terzak finishing 10th. So I'm curious to see how the points are going to shake up. Kyle winning the heat race and Jake finishing 2 positions in front of him. Is it possible we see another tie going into the next race? We'll see once they total up the points. James Stanford's going to. I know it's going to be close. James Stanford's going to roll off 11th with Cam Gillis 12th. Jake Bucky 13th. Thomas Bergeron 14th. Kind of shocked to see this, but Chris French finishing 15th.
Yeah, and hang on 1 second. One overlay was messing up there, so yeah. I think this is also wrong too.
Yeah, it is. So Robert Brose finished 16th, 1 lap down in that number 5 machine, which we've seen a strong performance for him, but got kind of caught up in a wreck. Tom Lickert 17th, Dylan Potts 18th. He was the one that was wrecking on the straightaway. Devin Jack had that contact William Cameron there with the no yellow, ended up finishing 4 laps down in 19th. David Hill pretty much getting his motor blown for him in that 43 machine, finished 20th. Dave Krajewski in 21st, and then Garrett Lane's going to round up 22nd position. So 15 cars finished on the lead lap in this race, and I'm almost certain, Johnny, that's not the most we've seen all season. That's including the road course. So yeah, solid performance tonight from the whole field.
Yeah, definitely. Man, it was nice, clean race till the end. We had a little chaos, but nothing too crazy. I mean, we did have a 8-car wreck with multiple cars flying through the air, but we kind of expect to see that at least once per race, right?
That's a normal day in the office.
Yeah, no, with that, we can go into the remaining schedule here. Only a few races left. Only 2 races left. I'm sorry, but we are off next week, and then we'll be back. We'll head to Stafford. 100 laps there. That's going to be a pretty fun one. And then rounding everything off at Five Flags. Definitely looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah. So 2 races remain. We got a tight battle right now. Actually, Johnny, update. They've already updated the points. Kyle Terzak has a 4-point advantage over Jake Grout here with 2 races remaining.
Huh.
But we got a sleeper back here. Is Levi Cox after finishing second? He's only 6 points behind the leader now. So we got a 3-way pretty much battle for our points championship there going into these last 2.
Yeah, I mean, man, these guys, we say it week in and week out, they've been under a blanket the whole time. But, yeah, I think it's going to go right down to the end, man. These guys they're all right around each other the entire race, so.
Well, Johnny, I think it's time we wrap this thing up here from Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
But,
yeah.
Oh,
Definitely. Man, I'm telling you, we're going to get this down one day. But, yeah, another incredible race. Once again, congratulations to Ryan Phillips. Thank you to everybody tuning in and hanging out in the chat. And, yeah, we appreciate you guys watching, following along, rooting on your, your favorite driver, your family, and all that. And, yeah, for Justin Wilson's Johnny Rapp in the Slingshot Racing Media Booth. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Justin and Johnny.